Clan Hell's Horses. Attempts to adapt horses to the deserts of Circe resulted in a carnivorous beast uncontrollable through conventional taming methods. Scheduled for termination, these animals were released by a sympathetic soldier, and have since thrived on Circe. Respected for its tenacity and unadulterated aggressiveness, the Hell's Horses made an ideal clan totem. History. Founded by the commander of the SLDF's 35th Infantry Division, Clan Hell's Horses has believed in combined arms operation since its inception. The clan served in a support role during the campaign to liberate Eden, which earned its members less prestige than the other clans, but also meant proportionally fewer casualties. This gave the Hell's Horses an advantage during the post-war era. For many years, the clan focused on colonization, expansion, and self-improvement. In expanding the boundaries of clan space, the Hell's Horses took a major risk that the increased freedom necessary for successful colonization might result in open revolt against the strictures of ordinary clan society. Other clans tightly controlled exploration and colonization for exactly this reason. Whether, though, through careful planning or good luck, however, the horses avoided any major incident. Apolitical for many years, they remained in the background, sparring with their neighbours only for resources or new technology. Many Hell's Horses encounters resulted in negotiated settlements, most notably the deal with the Wolf clan for elemental suits, which coloured the relationship between the two until the present day. The turning point in the relationship of the Hell's Horses with the other clans came when the horses developed the genetic enhancement techniques used to create the elemental phenotype. This innovation forced the other clans to re-evaluate the horses. A series of trials for the techniques and genetic material ensued, including a treacherous assault by the fire mandrill Kindra Smythe Duel, in which Kindra Pain unwittingly served as a diversion while the Smythe Duel forces took their objectives. Disgusted by these un-clan-like tactics, the horses called for a trial of annihilation against the mandrills, but were refused. Soon afterward, they allied with Clan Coyote, and in 2872 crushed the offending Kindra. This action earned the horses the respect of the other clans, and demonstrated the benefits of inter-clan cooperation. In 2921, battles against the Ghost Bears for control of Tokasha escalated out of hand. The bitter fighting involved atypically large forces, with each side fielding an entire galaxy. The Hell's Horses had the upper hand for much of the battle, until Bear Khan Kilburn Jurgensen was killed and the bears went into a frenzy, the maddened bears shattering horse units, forcing them to withdraw. Both clans have nursed a feud ever since, the horses for the loss of their manufacturing facilities on Tokasha, and the bears for the death of their Khan. During the early 31st century, the horses shifted drastically from political neutrality to clear support of the Crusader cause. They participated enthusiastically in the trials of possession held for positions in the Inner Sphere invasion force, but failed to win a place. The failure angered many in the clan, and after Tukiad, they supported every initiative to resume the invasion. Clan Hell's Horses fought in the Great Refusal on Strana Mekti in defence of the invasion, and were horrified by the ease with which Free Razelhag's third Drakons defeated them. In the months that followed, they took out their frustration on their neighbours. They fought under contract to the Wolf clan on Horde, as well as on their own, to seize former Ghost Bear assets on Bearclaw and to reclaim their old possessions on Tokasha. Clan Hell's Horses seemed to be facing a brighter future, then they recently took 3 Inner Sphere worlds from Clan Wolf. It remains to be seen whether they can capitalise on this de facto occupation zone. Society. The Hell's Horses believe that everyone has his or her place. The clan's castes cooperate with one another, enjoying generally good relations. The warrior caste remains dominant, but its members listen to and respect the opinions of the civilian castes. However, the horses' relative lack of aggressiveness and absence of major politicking has led the other clans to hold them in low esteem until their recent successes in the trials of possession for former Ghost Bear assets. Despite these gains, however, the Hell's Horses clearly remain followers rather than leaders. On many issues they still defer to their brothers in the Wolf clan, and rumours of John Fletcher's mental instability haven't helped the cause. The Hell's Horses refuse to take bondsmen from sources they consider dishonourable, including bandits and clan fire mandrills, except for Kindra Pain. Their ongoing feud with the Ghost Bears hasn't kept them from attempting to capture Ghost Bear bondsmen, whom they regard as living trophies. Many such prisoners are humiliated and abused, but not to the extent that the Smoke Jaguars used to abuse their prisoners. The Ghost Bears have begun reciprocating, and so the two clans have little expectation of leniency when they clash. While Respecting the benefits of new technology, the horses regard it as a means to an end. New technologies allow them to work better, especially warriors who would otherwise be retired because of injury. John Fletcher is a staunch proponent of cybernetics. Understandable if one believes the allegations that cybernetic parts have replaced half of the unstable Khan's body. Politically, the Hell's Horses are somewhat unusual. The clan's rank and file are warden, but to avoid friction with the other Crusader clans, John Fletcher ensured that Crusaders hold all senior posts. In general, the horses see the inner sphere as a lost cause, in need of redemption, not territory to be conquered and ruled. Honour and tradition bind this clan, as expressed in its unique rituals. Most notable is the branding, in which a team of warriors hunt and capture a Circean Hell's Horse to brand it. Those who succeed without losing any members of the team in the process are awarded the prestigious Mark of the Horse. Military. The Hell's Horses have a bias toward infantry and vehicles, reversing standard clan doctrine by regarding mechs and fighters as support troops. This combat philosophy often limits their flexibility and ultimately proved their undoing in the Great Refusal. Aside from this setback, however, the horses appear to have suffered few adverse results from their unusual emphasis on conventional forces. One reason for this is the size of their Taumen, which is unusually large for a home clan. The horses have historically beefed up their forces by allowing failed warriors a second trial position. If a warrior fails to qualify for his or her primary warrior subcaste, that warrior may undertake a second trial for assignment to a lower subcaste. For example, mech warriors to vehicle crews, elementals to conventional infantry, or aerospace pilots to ship crews. The horses have also formalised several ranks that other clans consider junior or senior postings within the same rank. Nova Commander denotes command of 2 stars, a Nova or binary, and falls between Star Commander and Star Captain in seniority. Nova Captain denotes command of 4 stars, 2 Novas or binaries, and falls between Star Captain and Star Colonel. Allies and enemies. Since the long-ago battle for Tokasha, the Hell's Horses have hated the Ghost Bears. The bears returned this enmity in full, and the horses were furious to learn of their relocation to the Inner Sphere. To a lesser extent, the horses dislike the fire mandrels, though this grudge stems from actions of the defunct Kindra Smythe duel, and therefore carries less weight. The horses have a grudging respect for Kindra Payne, whose members they regard as the only honourable fire mandrels. The schism within the Wolf clan has confused the horses, who historically consider themselves Wolf allies. The number of warden-leaning officers within the horses doesn't help the clan's relation with the new Crusader Wolves, but the two clans recently undertook a joint military venture on Horde, in spite of their political difference. In addition, Hell's Horses is currently waiting for the Wolf reaction to the horses' occupation of 3 of their Inner Sphere worlds. Though not formally allied with them, the horses also respect the Coyotes, Steel Vipers, Snow Ravens, and Jade Falcons, all of whom they believe have demonstrated admirable traits and abilities over the years.